What is up, my fellow pack? Today, anxiety. I'm just gonna say this episode is just pure anxiety. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna focus too much on the first half of the episode, mainly because it's just like it's literally just all for one's backstory. But we get his backstory that his mom was a critical drinker, as she was pregnant with him, and then died upon birth. He had a twin brother, which he keeps calling him younger brother, which makes no sense because they're twins. The only thing that makes him older in a way is that um, All for One was born bigger than Yoshi, which is his brother. So we get that whole backstory of like how he grew up, and apparently they never had a family um, that was alive for them. So they kind of just had to grow up on their own, which makes no fucking sense in my opinion. Because it's like a baby can't live on its own alive. So to think that he wouldn't have just died as a baby makes no sense to me, but it's whatever. It's My Hero Academia. We've seen weirder. We've seen toilet people exist. Makes no sense in this world, but whatever. So then we find out that Yoshi is getting rescued by, I don't know what it is, but like it's like they're trying to confirm that the brown-haired, spiky-haired guy is Bakugo's dad, but like they're not saying it directly. I don't know what it is, but like the guy who looks like Bakugo saves Yoshi in the sewer. They're running, and then All for One's just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck this, dude, and then just kills his brother. I thought that was insane. Because the only reason that All for One kept Yoshi was alive is because of connection. Um, and I guess that was All for One's breaking point. Killing his brother was his breaking point, and then for the longest time, All for One's hated the brown-haired spiky guy. I wish I knew his name. But it's never really said. Um, but yeah, but then it cuts to the present day, um, where, sorry, I'm saying a lot. It's just that's how I process my brain. But All for One's like, you remind me just like that brown-haired spiky guy, and I swear they're trying to make a connection that Bakugo and him are somehow related, because like why would they point that out? Like it keeps getting brought up throughout this season that Bakugo looks exactly like this guy. I don't know what connection they're trying to make, but it's whatever. So, um, All for One starts growing his body to be like a missile, and I'm just like, this this man, this man needs to die. Like I swear, I was so worried that they were gonna have Deku kill the League of Villains, and he would be like, "I'm gonna leave you alive because the hero doesn't kill," and I'm just gonna be like, I would have put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "Buddy, he killed millions. He's a genocidal maniac, and he will get stronger if you leave him alive. Come on." Pull your head out your ass. Stop trying to be the perfect hero, because perfect heroes do not exist. Look at Bakugo. So, I forgot that this was a plot point, but apparently the more damage All for One takes, the younger he gets. So Bakugo didn't have to exactly kill him. He just had to damage him enough to where he reverts back to a baby. So that's what he does. He uses like the rings that All Might gave him, and that caused like a bunch of almost Halo-like things to orbit around All for One, and then that caused Bakugo's quirk to transfer into the rings, and then cause a bunch of explosions onto All for One. And then this is when my anxiety started to peak. We see All for One crawl as a baby. Parenthood, the scariest thing. No, that's not why I was scared. I think that's why I was scared. Oh no, a child! Um, but no, the baby started like crawling out. You'd think that would be it, right? No, Bakugo stands there and is like trying to walk to the child to kill it. Which I don't give a shit what you people think. Anybody who says, "Oh, if you go back in time and kill baby Hitler, you would be a bad person." No, you wouldn't. You dumbass. Smack. I don't give a shit what people think. If the baby grows up to be a bad person and you go back in time to kill said bad person, you are not a bad person. I'm sorry. But Bakugo was going to kill baby All for One, but he can't because of the hole in his chest. He starts staggering back. He's like, he can't even talk, is the bad thing. And then he just stands there, obviously stun locked. I don't know what it's called when like you received so much damage and in so much pain that you just can't move. But he's suffering from that. And then fucking anxiety, dude. My heart rate peaked when I saw baby All for One spit out the spear-like thing at Bakugo's head. And when it's like that classic anime thing where it's like there's a colorful black background and your characters are blacked out, and it like shows a death without showing gore. And when it cut to that, I was fucking terrified. I was like, you fucking pieces of shit. You brought Bakugo back just to toy with my emotions, get me a little bit of hope. But no, we find out that Bakugo bit the spear, which, gonna be honest, as much as I want Bakugo to live, we gotta call that out, because it's like, does that mean Bakugo has, like, strong teeth? Because I have pretty strong teeth, and even I couldn't catch a projectile coming at my face. But then he bites the spear and breaks it. And I think he blows up All for One final time. And then we see All for One reverting back to a fetus, and then he eventually just reverts back to, they don't show it, but it's pretty clear that he reverts back to a sperm cell. I swear to fuck, if they ever do a spin-off show of this and we find out that he somehow lives growing back to a human from a sperm cell, I'm gonna be pissed, because would not put it past My Hero Academia for doing that shit. And then again, you'd think that's where my anxiety ended, but no. Bakugo collapsed, and I was like, great, this is when he dies. This is it. He dies like All Might. But no, I don't know if he's dead. I don't want to look it up because I don't want spoilers. But he like puts his hand up as he's collapsed, like, obviously symbolizing what happened to All Might when he defeated All for One. And dude, I nearly cried, because I was like, is he dead? Is he not? Is he gonna die? I don't know. Don't do this to me. But I do like that it was Bakugo who killed All for One, because it's like, how would, because here's the realistic thing. Deku can't even fight Shigaraki. And Shigaraki is just a more skinny version of All for One. So if Midoriya couldn't fucking defeat Shigaraki easily, he's gonna die against you know who. Against All for One. Bro, this episode, this was a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Even though you'd think that an episode giving you anxiety would be bad, no. Because this is the shit that I strive for. I strive for emotion in my shows. And this episode brought out so much emotion. It's a 10 out of 10. And I hate giving out 10s out of 10s, because it's like, that means that this episode was a peak for the series. It's only downhill from here. That's not what how my 10 out of 10s go, but yeah. I'm excited for next week, bro. I'm excited. But make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, unless I upload a video later today. I don't know. It's still early, but yeah, see ya.